Hey guys, Sci-Fi Guy 2094 here. Today I have a little bit of a rant video, so I hope you guys are ready for a rant. So, this is just my own personal observations of this is going to be internet, mostly YouTube. I'm only on YouTube. I don't have Twitter, I don't have Reddit. I'm not really sure what people do on Reddit. I think you post things like just little threads and people can read and comment. I think it's like Twitter. Um, I'm not on, what's the other one? Like Discord, I think, or something like that. So I'm not on like any of those other sites. I'm kind of just on like YouTube because YouTube is like the biggest entertainment company as far as media, with movies and music and everything. So it's the biggest company. So that's like the only one I'm really on. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant because I've been seeing people say, "Oh, if a film has a female lead and she's strong and capable, then it's a girl boss and it's woke." All right. So I gotta say, I'm so sick of hearing that just because it's like, okay, when has there ever been a time in Hollywood where there hasn't been capable female heroes? I mean, maybe in like the golden age of Hollywood, like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and stuff like that, where like the male dominated industry was like the standard, for Hollywood. With especially when action stars came along with like Sylvester Stallone, and like I guess that may be like more like the silver age of Hollywood and things like that. And obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger came along. Tom Cruise came along later on. So you had these action heroes come along later, whereas yeah, okay, in the golden age of Hollywood, yeah, women were feminine and they were dainty and they were very submissive and just very just very womanly. It kind of was just characteristic of the times. Women wore dresses and they had their hair and curls and they wore aprons and they would cook in the kitchen and wait for the husband to get home and things like that. So I totally get the fact that yes, Hollywood back then in the golden age, women were kind of just relegated to like housewife type of roles. And then obviously, like, once things kind of progress, then it's like, okay, well, women started taking on like more roles that were traditionally for men. So I have no issue with that, right? Okay, so that brings me to like the modern era where people are like, oh, girl boss movie, woke. It's woke, a girl boss. I don't want to see this. It's woke, 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 woke. I'm like, okay, guys, what is woke? What does that even mean? What is a girl boss? Okay, because as far as I can tell, we've always had girl bosses, right? Okay, so I grew up watching Resident Evil, right? So Resident Evil, here's my visual aid. Mila Djokovic plays in all six of these movies, right? Directed by her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson. I mean, she's a badass, right? These are just like kind of zombie action films. She's taking down the evil Umbrella Corporation. If this were to come out today, they would say, oh, it's girl boss, it's woke. And I'm just thinking, okay, so first of all, I don't know what woke really means anymore. It's like, it's lost all meaning, right? People will say, oh, there's a chick in it, it's woke. Oh, there's a black lead, it's woke. Oh, there's a Mexican lead, it's woke. Like, okay, I don't know what woke means anymore. But how does having a female lead that's capable make a movie woke? I don't understand that. People were saying Alien Romulus was woke because there were young kids, like young adults. They're like, oh, it's probably just woke girl boss. I'm not going to go see it. Like, you guys know Alien is literally what you would call a girl boss movie. You know Ripley from the original Alien, which, man, watching that as a kid is very scary in that movie. But anyway, that would be a girl boss movie. You guys know that, right? You know what else would be considered woke girl boss? Would be probably the Underworld movies, starring, I believe it's Kate Beckinsale. Is it Kate Beckinsale or Kate? Yeah, Kate Beckinsale, right? From Underworld, or is it Kate Blanchett? I don't know. I was never too big into Underworld. But anyway, here's the point. The point is that would be considered girl boss because it's a strong female lead. You know, she kicks ass. She kills vampires and fights werewolves and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm not really understanding like where the whole trend of hating on female leads has become so popular. It's just annoying, honestly. It's like it's more annoying than like the people who you call woke who want diversity, equity, inclusion. Now, you guys are like worse than those people because you're the ones calling everything woke, right? So it's like, okay, there's female leads like there has been for a long time in Hollywood. How's that an issue? What makes it woke? You know, it's okay if you don't want to see a movie because, like, for example, let's say Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, right? So they take this very iconic character, Harrison Ford, as Indiana Jones, and he's kind of relegated to like a side role, and he's upstaged by it's like his goddaughter or something like that, played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. So people are saying, "Oh, it's woke. It's a girl boss movie." I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but unless it's just a blatant attempt to undermine Indiana Jones as being like, "Oh, you're a cis, straight, heteronormative male, part of the patriarchy, and let me take over and find these treasures," then it's probably not woke. You know, that's the other thing. You know, there are certain things, in my opinion, that are very indicative of what wokeness really is. First of all, the terminology, meaning you take established norms in society and you try to erase them and you try to rewrite history in a way. You know, some crazy, just nonsensical thing like when they say cis heteronormative society. Okay, cis meaning you identify with the same sex you were born with. Heteronormative meaning you're attracted to the opposite sex, which is pretty normal. And yeah, that's kind of like that is woke terminology, the type of stuff they throw around. That stuff is actually woke. You know, you're trying to take established principles and values and norms and you're trying to rewrite it and say, oh, well, we can't have somebody who is cis heteronormative, part of the patriarchy, upstaging somebody who is a minority. You know, that would be woke. Like, let's say they did that in Indiana Jones. Okay, yeah, that would be a woke movie, right? There has to be the terminology and the message behind it. It's like Heath Ledger's Joker said. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. So anyway, I'm sure there could be more examples of this. Um, Furiosa is another one, and I gotta be the first one to say I don't even like Mad Max. Any of the films, I'm not into that franchise. Um, it's like a post-apocalyptic wasteland type of setting. I tried to watch the first Mad Max from like the 80s. It put me to sleep. I watched Fury Road, very forgettable. It's not something I'm very into. But you know, people were saying, Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy is what's her character's name? Oh yeah, Furiosa. Um, they're saying she's Furiosa, so this movie is woke because, well, they didn't really have a reason. That's the thing. They didn't have a reason to say it's woke. They see a female lead, they say, "Oh, it's woke." I mean, I don't know. I don't really use this term, but I don't know if they're incels or I have no idea. It's just weird. It's it's bizarre, honestly. It's getting old. Um, I mean, that's just the whole girl boss is woke. It's trash. Hollywood sucks. Disney sucks. DEI sucks. I mean, it's getting old. It's pathetic. It's tired. And it's just as bad as the people that are actually woke. Being anti woke is just as annoying as being woke. And you say those people are snowflakes, the people that want diversity and all that stuff. But anytime there's a successful movie, then you guys are the ones melting down like snowflakes. Like when Barbie came out. Okay, Barbie was literally a woke film, right? The whole film is about feminist and how she didn't need Ken, right? And he was holding her back and all that type of stuff, right? So that's literally a woke film, and they talk about the patriarchy and how it's oppressing real women, right? So that's literally a woke film. And yet all these anti-wokers who said, "Oh, get woke, go broke," they were looking so stupid when Barbie made over $1 billion. I didn't think it would make over $1 billion. Personally, I'm not. Obviously, I'm a 30-year-old guy, right? So why would I watch Barbie? It's not targeted towards me, right? So I'm not gonna go watch it. Obviously, I'm not the target audience. But even I have to admit that, yeah, it earned over $1 billion. It did really well. You anti wokers look really stupid when Barbie is a woke film and it beat a Christopher Nolan film, Oppenheimer. So it's like, yeah, you guys are looking really dumb. You look really stupid. You look pathetic. You look like what they would call incels, which I don't know. Some of these guys probably are incels because they seem to be really threatened if there is a lead character who's also female, and they automatically associate a female lead with like, oh, it's woke, it's girl boss, it's this, it's that. So anyway, I could rant about this for like probably 30 more minutes. But, I don't want this video to be too long. I just gotta say, stop the hating with the stupid girl boss rhetoric. It's dumb. It's tired. Come up with a new argument. Critique the film itself, or the script, or the effects, or the plot, and stop with the lame girl boss rhetoric. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. So just do better. Come up with something better. All right, that's all I have to say.